Hello guys, welcome to day 12 of your 20-day flexibility and tension release challenge. So we are going to be focusing on the calves and the ankles today, two very important body parts that we use quite often, whether we do it consciously or not. Of course, every step we take, we are using these two areas of the body. So let's give them a little bit more focus and care today together. Let's start seated with our legs stretched out in front of us. So just sitting comfortably here on your glutes. And I want to start with some circles of the ankle. Let's start with the right foot. Okay, so big breath before we start. Let's start circling the right foot. And I want you to make them really big and a little slower than you normally would. We're going for a very slow circle. Think about circling from the toes. So toes point away, toes circle to the side, and then all the way up to the face. So just starting to feel into the right ankle here. Trying to keep the legs still when we circle the ankle, but don't worry too much about that for now. Starting to focus just on this right ankle. And to relax the rest of the body. Feet tension and ankle tension, calf tension can create tension in other areas of your body, like your hips and even your neck. So we're going to be very mindful with them today and hopefully release most of that tension in there. So let's start circling the other way. Feel free to take a small pause if this is an especially tight area for you. Big circles here, toes point away from the face. Thinking about your heel as the middle of the clock. We're going around with the toes here. Still breathing. Taking a little more time than we normally would. Getting all those nice benefits from these dynamic movements and these longer stretches that we're going to be doing. Take a break with your right foot, shake it out. Make sure the rest of your body is still comfortable. Let's start circling the left foot. So again, really involving the toes. Feel free to crack the toes along here. Looking at your right foot. Big, slow circles. Again, this is a sensitive area for many people, so just taking your time, staying nice and calm, nice and gentle with it. Maybe feeling the difference between left and right foot. Still breathing. Starting to reverse our circle now. Taking a pause if we need to. Making sure tension hasn't crept up to your shoulders. Just keeping the shoulders relaxed here. And let's take a break. Shaking out the feet. Really shaking them out. So just left and right as loose as we can here. Taking that moment to really shake out any tension that we might be holding in the ankles and the feet. And let's get into our first stretch. So I'm coming onto hands and knees. And I'm going into what I like to call proposal position. So I'm just putting my foot in front. And I'm going to bring so I have my right foot in front. I'm going to bring my left knee in slightly so that I'm able to hug my right knee and go forward onto it. Now I'm noticing I need a little bit more balance, so I'm coming even more forward with that left knee. Let me turn towards the camera slightly. And I'm just putting my weight onto my right foot here, bending my knee forward. So I'm looking for the right foot to stay on the floor, trying to create sensation around the Achilles, around the ankle here. Breathing deeply once we're feeling it. And do a little rock side to side, back to front if that feels good. We are going to hold it here for a second, relaxing into the calf muscle here. Such a great way to stretch the Achilles tendon as well. So if you're on your feet a lot, or you're a runner, this is a great one for you. But really anyone benefits from this one. Soft hands and face, breathing with this foot, calf, ankle stretch. Just accepting the sensation of stretch here, sensation of tightness that you might be feeling. Just breathing with it. Relax neck. We're not here forever. This might be getting more sensitive over time. Let's do one more breath here. And coming off slowly, shaking it out. And let's do the other side from here. I'm coming into my little proposal position. Starting to put some weight onto my left foot, leaning forward slightly. Here I'm noticing this disbalance, so I'm just bringing my right knee in a little bit more, so I can really lean on the left side. And you can see me leaning forward. The more forward you are, obviously, heels staying on the floor. The more forward you are, the more you're going to feel this. So just shuffling about, making yourself comfortable. Oh, especially the right leg, before holding it. Feeling all those little sensations on our left side now. Deep breaths into the lungs. Giving our ankle and calf time to release. One side might be tighter than the other. Maybe your right side is tighter if you're right-handed. Just noticing the difference without judgment. Two breaths from here. Okay, coming off, shaking it out or turning it out, whatever feels nice here. Oof. Okay, let's do another little bit more of a dynamic movement to loosen everything up. So I'm going to sit either on my knees for this one, or if you are able to sit back on your feet and that's accessible for you, go ahead and do so. If you're doing the easier option, we're just going to be lifting the knee and coming onto the front of that foot. And if it is accessible to you, we're going to lift a little bit more close to the ground, sitting down with the glute onto the heel. So I'm breathing in, and when I breathe out, I'm bringing my knee up slightly, creating a stretch at the front of the ankle, lowering it back down. So it just needs to be a slight moment of stretch, and then we're already going back down. So trying to keep nice and calm here throughout. This might be sensitive for you. Just a couple couple of lifts, releasing the front of the ankle. 3 more soft lifts here. Not forcing anything, this doesn't need to hurt. And let's release that. Maybe tapping it out might feel nice. And let's go on to the other side. So I'm just turning around for camera. And same thing, if you are choosing the little bit easier option, we are just going to stay right up here. And again, if you are looking for a little bit more sensation, staying close to the heel with your glutes. So let's do our little lifts from here, breathing still. Feeling into the front of that right ankle now. So it's up to you how much stretch is created here. The higher you lift, the more sensitive. Three gentle lifts from here. And bringing it back down. Let's just move forward into hands and knees and just tap it out. Maybe some rolls or anything that feels nice. I'm going to tuck my toes under from here. We're coming into a toe sit, so we're stretching out the toes that have a lot to do with the calves. Because with tight feet, we tend to have tight calves as well. I'm just tucking my toes under here and bringing my body back slightly. So this is option 1. If you want a little bit more of a stretch or a lot more of a stretch, we're going to sit up for 3 breaths. Deep breath on this last one. Again, tapping it out, releasing the feet, releasing the ankles. Maybe some rolls, just ending this section nice and smoothly. Same as with our hand care day, we don't want to force the feet or the calves too much, just enough to get those nice benefits.